Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce now Warren Peace. And his sidekick, Ryan Narelle.
Now we're talking. This is a professional operation. My agent made sure, I said, you know, one of the things I always demand is I always want to make sure that there's a bathroom right next to the stage. I only work in classy spots. Of course, I asked for a hydrant over there. They didn't do that. Well, my name is Warren Peace, in case you haven't seen me or don't know who I am. That's my name. And this guy over here, his name is Brian Narelle, and he follows me around in a very annoying way. And he doesn't respect personal space. And in my opinion, he is either the world's worst ventriloquist or the world's most aggressive proctologist. All right. Yeah. Can you hear me now? All right. Well, it's always wonderful to be back in beautiful downtown Vallejo. Yeah, that's top of my list in career is to get to Vallejo, and I've been here a few times, and it's the best town around. What can I say? To hell with Hollywood. All right, let's get on with some poetry. I got some classics here. You've heard some before, some of you. I got some new stuff. And of course, my favorite thing is to take questions from the audience, which we'll do a little later, after some poems. And so if you have questions about dogs, life, people, or anything at all, including politics, whatever it is, you want a canine perspective, you don't have to pay those animal communicator people. What a ripoff. You can just come to Vallejo, come to the hub, get down on Georgia Street, get funky, and ask me. All right, so I always warm up with a couple of short poems, very, 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 very short poems. I call them low coups, since they don't rise to the occasion of high coups. And by the way, see there's a book over here. That's because I don't do like oral readings like they do in West Sonoma where everybody's so groovy. However, I do ask for a modicum of respect because you are watching a goddamn dog read. All right, and barefoot. No fear. All right, a couple of little short ones will warm you up. This one is one of my best known. It's called The Temple. Inside every dog, there is a temple of joy. You can pick the lock with a tennis ball. When I said short, I wasn't kidding. All right, here's another shorty. It's called You Said Fetch. You said fetch. I did. It is in my nature. I said kvetch, and you did. It is in your nature. All right, we're just warmed up. All right, here's the last little short one. It's called Ponzi. You never see dogs falling for Ponzi schemes. You either have a tennis ball or you don't. All right, now let's we get a little longer here, get a little into exploring canine intelligence, because people think, oh, dogs, they just poop and crap and smell and sleep and but no, we have inquisitive minds. And this poem will show you. It's called Questions. Did an antelope ever elope with an ant? Have you ever heard a whale wail? Do cormorants rant? Do ducks ever duck? Did a goose ever goose anybody? Do cows cower? Do horses get hoarse? Do bears go around bare? Do crows drink at crowbars? Do lions ever lie? Do cheetahs cheat? Huh? Did a sea lion ever see a lion? And does a cockatoo have a cockatoo? These are the kinds of questions that have gotten me thrown out of zoos all over the world. Now, here comes a brand new poem that I just wrote because I wanted to up my cool rating. So, how many of you are familiar with Dave Brubeck? Yeah, that's some serious jazz. He has a little tune called Unsquare Dance, which is in 7/4 time. I am now going to attempt to do my little poem called Ode to Dave Brubeck, with a deep breath. Brubeck was a real cool cat. There is no dying. We're going to start over. Get with it. Brubeck was a real cool cat. There is no denying that. He did things a special way. His music's still around today. Showed us how we all can chill. You don't need to take a pill. Just relax and you will thrive. Taught us all to just take 5. We remember him today, teaching us the way to play. Leading dogs to bust a rhyme. Here and now at 7/4 time. And you wonder why dogs pant. God almighty. So, as we speak, or as I speak, you're not speaking, as I speak, there's a debate going on, I believe, because you people have an election going on. They should have like Viagra ads to say, if you have an election that lasts more than a year and a half. So, this is a brand new poem dedicated to you people who have to suffer through another year of this shit. It's called The Other End of the Leash. Dogs don't get to vote. We live in benign dictatorships, trusting our masters to feed us every day. Our lifelong incarceration is punctuated by trips to the dog park, where joy demands we run. People do get to vote, though most don't even bother. You live under the illusion of democracy. Someone opens a can and dumps candidates in your bowl, and you tend to eat whatever you're given. But who owns your candidates? And who fills their bowl? I suggest you take a look at the other end of their leash to see what makes them run. All right, now we're getting more psychologically and spiritualogically. We're getting deeper, okay? This one's called At the Door. That scratching you hear could be good fortune coming to find you. It could be Publishers Clearinghouse with a fat check, or your own forgotten greatness. It could be aliens from space, or 10,000 wild cats. You will never know unless you rip yourself away from watching The Voice and walk to the back door. It could be God himself trying to get your attention. Or me, really needing to pee. I didn't order that bathroom there for no reason, people. Alrighty, now, I've always trying to figure out the difference between people and dogs, and I'm still struggling. I wrote this one called Stick Your Head Out. Why don't people drive with their heads out the window? Oh, the odors you are missing. What is it about the wind that scares you? And when was the last time your ears flopped around? That glass cage takes you everywhere while you experience nothing. Next time, let your dog drive. Hop in the back and stick your head out the window. It may be a short trip, but at least you'll have really been there. Now, I've been noticing lately, a lot of people walking into polls or hanging out in coffee shops and relating to no human beings whatsoever.
Yes.
So I wrote a little thing called eye contact. I paid her. She's trying to get overtime. That ain't gonna work. Get her some water. Get somebody some water. Okay, eye contact. Dogs are not people. They're different. They don't really want to shake your hand. They like to be approached from the side, not the front, and direct eye contact can be threatening and result in a counterattack. So, here's the question. How can we reduce dog bites? Simple. Give every dog a smartphone and teach them to text. They'll never make eye contact again. I like to give practical tips, you know. This one is called pursuits. When will I give up chasing seagulls? I've never even come close to catching one, yet I gallop after everyone I see. My lungs heave with joy. My legs ache with delight. The truth is, some things are not to be attained. I am not addicted to the pursuit of happiness. I live for the happiness of pursuit. This one's called that twitching. When I sleep, that twitching you see is really a leisurely stroll. Dogs dream 7 times faster than you do. Do strangers come up to you and scratch your head? Dogs love 7 times stronger than you do. If your beloved died, would you sit patiently by the train platform for years? Dogs wait 7 times longer than you do. It is not too late to find your dog heart. Just saying. This one's called At the Edge of a Pool. I could stand at the edge of a pool all day while fear keeps my feet firmly planted. But if you throw a ball in, I'll leap without thinking. I'll swim without knowing how. And I will shake off the cold and the wet with a smile from ear to ear. What pool are you not jumping in? What good, wet life is passing you by? And who is that friend? And what is that ball that will unplant your feet and drench you in your own wet life? Here's another new one called What If? What if you treated people the way you treat dogs? What if you gave everyone you meet a tummy rub? What if you fell in love with everyone on the street? What if your heart was that open? What if every time somebody gave you shit, you whipped out a plastic bag, picked it up, and threw it away? What if you found someone to walk with every day and brought along some treats? Why should all this love and goodwill be lavished on dogs alone? Perhaps you could teach your brighter side to roll over and tell your prejudices to play dead. There is hope for everyone. You can teach old dogs new tricks, even the human ones. Okay, this is where I open up the floor here, give you a few minutes just to ask any question in particular you'd like a canine perspective on, and don't be shy, just shout out real loud so everybody can hear. On your mark? That's it. This is it.
Why do dogs turn around 3 times before they lie down?
Why do the dogs turn around 3 times before they lie down? Because by the 4th time they're tired.
think of cats?
What do dogs really think of cats? This. Next question. Say again?
What should I get my dog for Christmas?
A hooker in Vegas? I don't know. I don't know your dog, but it worked for me. Yeah, next question.
Why do dogs lick themselves?
Closer than you. You're just jealous, aren't you? Next question.
Can you do any magic tricks?
No. Next question.
Why do dogs eat cat shit?
Do you have a girlfriend?
I didn't answer that question yet. I don't know why we do it. I'm sorry. Usually my front against his leg. No, I don't have anything against guys in uniform. I mean, but I've never had a Marine bring me a big check. I mean, mailman.
UPS guy, post office guy.
Post office guys. Oh, those guys. What do I have against them? Well, like I said, the front of me against their leg. They don't like that. But, you know, we do what we do. We're dogs. Sorry. All right, one more question. What do we got?
If Donald Trump was on fire, would you lift your leg to put it out?
Have you ever seen a dog with a marshmallow? All right, I got one more poem for you. I'm going to get off here. Let people get on. But a glowing ball that rises each day above us all. Put science aside. Forget the heat and all of your theories, no matter how neat. Forget your appointments. You know they can wait. For the sun calls us all to a simpler fate. Every dog knows the purpose of each new day. There's a ball in the sky. It's time to play. Now, you hairless monkeys make it all so mysterious, living up in your heads, being far too serious. The next time you see the sun coming up, try to relate to it as if you're a pup. Get your tail in motion and your backside in gear. There's no time to waste and no reason to fear. Don't sit around like a lump on a log. Go out, have some fun, live your life like a dog.